on Zillow. Through pictures and his last activity on social media were these Twitter replies to a few fans. About 20 minutes passed and the Infinity would pull up. Like
Let's see the part where he explains.
medical arrived 20 minutes later and took him to Cedar
Oh, where's the part where?
more times in the back. The three men then stormed out of the house. Mike was woken up by gunshots ringing through the halls, to which he found Pop at the bottom of the stairs and immediately called 911. Hello? Hello? I'm in town to wait for LAPD. Medical arrived.
And bro, spoiler alert: these kids who literally shot Pop Smoke in his Airbnb, got charged.
Later and took him to Cedar Sinai, where he passed away just 1 hour later. At the same time of his passing, his killers were already searching up the local news to see if they had reported it yet. They even looked up the price of Pop's stolen Rolex, the only item they made it out the house with. In total, they got just $2,000 for it, split between 4 people. Despite having cell phone and internet records, authorities didn't have hard evidence to make arrests for almost 3 months. It wasn't until the 15-year-old was arrested for an unrelated crime, but because police already had their eyes on him as a person of interest.
Honestly, he deserved it, to be honest. You cannot just be shooting a rapper. I mean, it was kind of Pop Smoke's fault for posting the stuff in that bag that he had, where he was posting it on his Instagram, and it had his address. And bro, this is why you need to blur out your address, just so these killers don't go at your house.
Jail cell with recording devices. Eventually told his cellmate he'd taken part in robbing Pop Smoke and that he pulled the trigger killing the rapper. The driver of the vehicle was arrested as well and eventually told his cellmate the same details of that night, confirming the story. Initially having no intentions of shooting him, but when Pop put up a fight, they panicked and shot him. Corey Walker was the 19-year-old who stayed in the car that night, and Keandre Rogers was the 18-year-old who led the charge into the house. They were both charged with murder with special circumstances and will remain in prison.
Honestly, they deserve it because you just cannot be killing a rapper.
There and asked him to take the post down.
Let's see.
At night.
Honestly, Pop Smoke should have taken the post down because it could have been a lot less worse.
Teens were working on their plan. According to the Los Angeles Times, at 2 a.m., a black BMW returning to the car. At the time, too many people were in the home, and Pop wasn't even there. The car then sped off, heading back to where they came from, where they recruited 2 more teens to help in the videos. He got in the Range Rover with Mike and a woman he met that night named Amelia Rose. They would then drive back, unknowing of the events about to take place.
And also he was literally fatally shot while he was literally taking a shower, and then decided to run down, and then he tried to run away from those people but failed. Also, rest in peace, Pop Smoke. Man, screw these people, man. Unlike the XXX Tentacion situation, those people actually got charged. For the people who killed Pop Smoke actually got charged for murder, and they deserved it. You just cannot be killing people like this. And Pop Smoke was only 20 when he died, and it's been 3 years since he's been dead. He could have been 23. Yeah, he could have been basically 23 years old if he was still alive. And these kids could have avoided getting arrested. But all they wanted was some valuable stuff like the watch that was $2,000 or something. Yeah, they literally tried to steal all the stuff. And I cannot imagine these kids' parents. And bro, I feel bad for these kids' parents. I think one of the kids who was 15, I think he's now 17 to 18 now. But I really hope he's changed and looked back at this and was like, damn, I really did something stupid back then.
Yes. Pop and Amelia went upstairs to the master bedroom and Mike to a room.
And this. Also, shout out to this guy, Publish X. And also, I might start making I might start making videos like this. I made one on X, and y'all liked it. And then let's see.
Were to be looking for Pop Smoke.
Yeah, this is where Pop Smoke also messed up. He probably should have just photoshopped something else, and then people would just guess the number of it. Okay, for like.
Ash. On Mike's page was another photo, and nothing seemed wrong with it at first. But this picture had two fatal problems. The picture was of Pop Smoke and Mike, with him holding the same stack of money. But in the top left corner, the entire home address is almost visible, with only the first number missing. If someone were to be looking for Pop Smoke, all they had to do was find the first number between 1 and 9. But the worst mistake would come after Mike geotagged the post, showing the location on Instagram Maps. This was something they simply couldn't afford to do. An average person can get away with this, but for a high-profile rapper holding wads of cash...
Like, bro, how are you a fan of someone, or how do you hate someone to the point that you just think it's a good idea to kill them? Like, bro, I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemy either. Unless they were Adolf Hitler, of course. But, Pop Smoke? Bro, out of all the people you decide to murder, why this guy? I mean, I've heard For the Night, I've heard The Woo, and then I've heard, like, songs like that, We Made It or something. Yeah. He's actually a nice rapper. Pop Smoke. He unfortunately died the same age as XXX Tentacion. But do I think Pop Smoke is better than XXX Tentacion? Not really, but still rest in peace. To all the people who literally are trying to get their hands on these rappers to, like, shoot them, I just question your existence. Why do y'all want to kill people? Why do y'all want to shoot rappers for no reason? I think because they make so much enemies, bruh. Just because you're an enemy, you're like, you hate this guy, doesn't mean you get to murder them. It's kind of like that Tupac situation or something like that. And yet, this is the most common death upon rappers. Shot and killed. Anyways, goodbye. Stay safe, everybody. Please do not accidentally leak almost your whole address. That's the whole mistake that he made. Goodbye.